What's up, everybody? We are at WIT Gallery having a conversation with my friends here. Drake, we got Jon.
What's up?
Johnson and Johnson. Right. So Drake is the current artist showing at the gallery. And we've had just an amazing time having his artwork, his photography at the space. So we're going to talk about it a little bit today. Get the inside scoop on all the photography and what he's been up to.
So,
You want to say something?
sure. I mean, really, my first question is, obviously, you went to Nigeria for this, so I just wanted to kind of get a spiel on the welcome home, the title, really, because I feel like it was super important.
Yeah, so with the title Welcome Home, it was because I was going to do the show, which was my first, as you know, and you also know, is my first solo exhibition of my photography or anything, honestly. And since I was going to do it here in Columbus, Ohio, which is my home, always will be, and then I went to Africa, which is home to, Black people. And me being a Black person, I went there and it was like, I felt like I was home. That's just the feeling that everyone gave me when I was there. And that's also like one of the quotes that everyone kept saying to me, like, just everybody that I met out there, they were like, oh, this is your first time out here. Like, like, welcome home. Like, is it good to be home? Like, things like that. And that just really resonated with me. That was the one thing that like really stuck to me. And since that was home and this is home, I just wanted to, take something that I got from that trip to come up with that name. And it just made sense. Short and sweet.
Yeah, it's a little play on words. It's dope. Yeah, it made perfect sense. I remember we were talking like, yo, so what's the title of the show gonna be? What you thinking? And when you hit me with that, I was like, all right, that's it. It's a touchdown. The trip. So you travel a lot. We were just talking about your trip to New York. You guys definitely been around here and there. How was it traveling to Africa? I know I still want to go personally. That's like, out of all the places I haven't been there. So I can't wait.
You gotta go.
Yeah, I can't wait. But how was it traveling to Africa? What was that like? Even the flight, all of that stuff.
I mean, like the flight there, it was like, long flight, 10 hours, and then like a 6 hour, then a 10-hour flight. So that was whatever. Didn't even really faze me because I was going to Africa. Yeah. But then I don't even care.
Right.
And then but then when I got there, like actually getting to Africa, like, I mean, the feeling was just crazy. Like going there and just experiencing everything and like being with the people that I was with, not the people that I went with, but like the people that we met up with out there, the Waffles and Cream, like skate team, like everybody that was involved, as I keep telling you, like, you gotta go and meet these niggas. But like, just like being there with that crew, like they really showed us like the best time that we could have ever had, like out there, like, because especially they were telling me that like Lagos isn't specifically like a super tourist friendly town, like it can be, everybody there is nice, but you know what I'm saying, like just how everywhere niggas be tripping. So like
for real,
exactly.
Yeah.
So like they was just like, and we got cameras and like we rolling around like 20 deep, you know what I'm saying? So everybody just kind of looking at us, but like being with the people that we were with, they took care of us and like everything was just cool. So the trip couldn't have been better. Like, and it was supposed to be like a skate trip, to go like build the skate park or, this and that. But like, it was way more, we went to a bunch of cool, like, we went to, I want to make sure it's Alumo or Alomu. Alumo Rock or Alomu Rock, whichever one. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong.
Maybe we'll cut to like the correct pronunciation.
Right. Alomu Rock, exactly. Alomu Rock or Alumo Rock. We went there and it was like it's a very like sacred place to a lot of people out there, because it was where one of the tribes, I want to say it's the Yoruba tribe, they found like a refuge from this war that was happening, I guess. And it's like this big, huge, like, instead of it being like a mountain and it's just like, like dirt going up, or like, even though it's rocks, it was just like a big ass rock, bro. Like, it was just like a big giant rock on top of a bunch of big rocks. But there was a place, there was like some space underneath where they could like hide. And like since it's like very hot down there, it's like a 97, 100 degrees damn near every day we was there.
I didn't know. Yeah,
it was like literally like 100 degrees, 90 something degrees every day I was there.
Yeah, okay.
And that was in January.
Oh wow.
It's the beginning of January. So like, so when they went to the top of this rock, you just had to climb it. And then there's a space that you can go, and like it's like 20 degrees cooler because there's just all shade, and like it's just like the earth, so it's hella cool. So they were able to like live under this space, kind of like a crawl space ish.
Yeah. Okay.
But it was like a little bit bigger. And they found their refuge there. They had these shits, and they have like the best vantage point because it was the highest point in this city that was there. Because it was like a 3-hour drive, 2.5-hour, 3-hour drive from
the main city.
Yeah, from Lagos where we were. So we took that trip and went there, and learned all about it.
I think
photo over there.
That one. Yeah.
That's
we'll
chief.
Get it. Yeah, we'll get it.
Yeah, that's the chief priest.
Yeah. So I got a question. I want to rewind, right? Like,
for
those that don't know, how'd you get started shooting? Like. Oh yeah, you was on it too. Yeah, I was like, that's what I'm like, yo.
Yeah, that's what we was talking about. That. So really, like, I got started shooting basically because I always like would take a picture on my phone, or like, film a cool video. Like, oh man, that looks so pretty. That looks like a movie. Like, oh, that looks like a movie. That looks sick. Or like, man, like I would see a moment and be like, damn, like just film it and be like, cool, I'm just gonna record that. Yeah. Just for like, oh bro, you remember that one time when you did that trick first try? You know what I'm saying? Or you remember that one time when it was your birthday and or when you threw the street shark?
Yep. I was just thinking of that too, because I feel like we always talked about the moments, but like you couldn't really describe them. Like you couldn't really show anybody. So I think like capturing those moments like on film or however, or video, I think that was super, super important. Like, so I feel like, me personally, I think that's a way that you got introduced to photography. For sure.
Yeah, and that's what I always go back to, because like all those memories that we always talk about, and mom and dad, but mom specifically always saying this she would always say, yeah, Draco and Jonathan, like go make memories, like just go make as many memories as you can. And then like so that was a way of like capturing them, was just like taking a picture on my phone, or like taking a video. But then my best friend, one of my very best friends, Nathan Horn, him and my best friend Jesse, they taught me how to skate. Like, if not for that, I wouldn't be skating or taking photos. Okay. And
shout out to homies. Man.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out Jesse, even though you late all the time. And then and Nathan. But one time I was in New York, and I was coming from San Francisco, going to New York for a skate trip. And I got there, or before I got there, Nathan was like, "Oh, you're going to New York? I'm about to," because he still lived here. Okay. He still lived here. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna just meet you in New York," and I was like, "All right, bet." And he met me out in New York, and I was like, hold up. So he met me
up.
So he met me out in New York, and as soon as he got there, like he came to the hotel, we was chilling outside about to go skate, and then he was like, "Hey Drake," he's like, "Take this, I think you'll like it," and just pulled out this little point and shoot, and it was like this little Canon Snappy S, like the flash didn't work, but he was like, "I just think you'll like this, like just shoot it, and like go get it developed or something." And I was like, "All right, bet." I shot it. I don't know how long it took me to shoot it, because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. But I shot it, and like a couple of the photos came out exactly how I wanted, and I was like, wait a minute. Yeah. I was like, this is how I can do Like what? This is how I can make those memories. Like I can make them physical. I can keep them. I can, whatever it is. Like I'll always have the negatives because I'm not throwing them away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'll always have the negatives, and then I always will have, whatever digital version of them I got, and then that just helps to look back on those memories and actually remember. But yeah, so shout out to Nathan. He literally gave me that camera, and ever since then, like I have not stopped shooting photos, and that was like 7 or 8 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
Yeah, I didn't realize you've been shooting that long. Yeah, nice.
Well, do you think, did you think, I guess at the moment, that would turn into this? Like that would turn into your first, solo photo exhibition?
No.
Not
at all. Like, I literally just thought, all I thought was, I'm going to just have these memories forever. That's literally all I thought. I was like, I'll be able to I have all these memories. I'll be able to like see something happening with my friends and be like, boom, yeah, you might think you look like shit right now, but later in life, we're going to like look at it and laugh, or you're going to be like, oh, damn, I'm so happy that you have that. Like literally just like shit like that. Or I'll be able to look at something that I think looks like a movie and then I can shoot it. Yeah. And be like, oh, damn, that does look like a movie.
Yeah. And like, I always think about just when we at Jackie's crib, or if we at, when we were younger and we was at Ronnie and Corey's crib, shout out to Ronnie and Corey.
Shout out
Nicole,
to Ronnie and Corey.
You know what I'm saying? But I will always think about when we was going through like photo albums, bro.
Exactly.
And I think that was just crazy. Like we would see how young we were then, or we would see our aunts or uncles, cousins, and shit like that. And I just think that was just crazy. And we can do that now.
Exactly. That's exactly it. Like that's literally exactly it. Just to be able to like look at them, whether that's you got the negatives, or we got a photo album, or like I got all these photos on my computer, like whatever it is, just look back at all those. Like that's like the main shit for real.
For sure. I when you said the photo albums, it took me back to memory lane. Even being like a little kid, looking at my dad and grandma and everybody way back in the day. That nostalgia is cool. Yeah. It made me also think about, and we might have talked about this, I can't remember, but the conversation on photography now, so much is digital, so much is captured on the phone that it's rare to get to see photography blown up or bigger, or get to experience it like this way. Exactly. So it was really nice being able to have the show for that reason. Yeah. What was it like, if you could tell people a little bit? I mean, we know, right, because we were working on it. Yeah. But what was the process of getting ready for the show like for you? Everything, you had to pick photos, you got to do that. Like, I know you got a ton of photos, like you said.
Yeah, so, like the archive is low key insane. Yeah. But I mean, the process, like, I feel like it could have been very stressful. But which, I mean, for anybody that wants to do something like this, definitely can be stressful if this either isn't what you want to do, or you just think everything's about to be like willy-nilly super easy. Which, I mean, it's not too difficult, but like there's just a lot of, like we were talking about, tedious things that you have to do.
There's a
like,
lot of steps.
A lot of little like, like, but I mean, it was chill. We had a good crew, like a good crew of like creative minds with you, and then like just anybody else that we had involved. I mean, it was really just us three for the most part, and a couple other people, obviously, but like then we just, I don't know, it was easy. Yeah, it was simple.
We had a good game plan coming
exactly.
in.
Yeah,
I think that helped.
Yeah, I think you just gotta have a good, exactly, good game plan and communication, and like people that actually are down to go out and execute the things that you talk about. And I mean, if you really got that, it's pretty simple. You just, there are a lot of steps though. You got to choose the right photos, depending on what your goal is for your photo show. If you're like, I don't care, I just want to put any photo up, then it's gonna be easy for you. But like, if you're like, oh, I want to put these specific photos for this and that, then won't be hard, but it'll just be a little bit more time consuming, because you're going to put some thought into it, and you want to find out your frames, and you got to pay for your frames or get a sponsor, or like shout out to CCS and Huff, you know what I'm saying? But like, you get a little sponsor, or you just find what you got to do, and then just do it, bro. You're putting pictures you're picking some pictures and you're putting them into frames. So it's really not that hard, but you just got to put some feeling into it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't put no feeling into it, ain't nobody gonna care about what you're doing. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a simple process, but you just got to execute correctly.
Yeah, I think it helped in terms of narrowing it down that it is all from Nigeria. So,
Yeah.
so you know, if you had to go through probably all of your photos,
It would have been terrible.
Right.
Terrible.
Right.
Like it would have been terrible unless you don't care. If you, that's why I was like, if
You
you
don't care,
if
it's
you don't care, you
random.
can just do whatever. But like, yeah, if you do find a theme,
yeah.
if you find a theme, then it can really be easy narrowing stuff down.
And I think with this exhibition in general, I think you did a really good job at storytelling. And I think with it being your first trip to Nigeria, I'm sure it's not going to be your last, but with it being your first trip, you were able to absorb all of that. I can tell just by how you talking. You know what I'm saying? And when we was on WhatsApp, you know, talking on the phone, you was just telling me stories every single day, every single hour. For real, felt like so. You were able to tell the story through these photos. I think that was fire.
I guess that's
Thank you, gang.
Yeah, that is right. But yeah, that's a perfect lead into the next kind of idea of the stories. Like there's so many. Me and you were hanging the show, and every 5 minutes we keep stopping because it's like, yo, what's happening in this one? Or what's going on here? Or you're like, yo, I remember this part.
Yeah.
So I guess, tell us, if there's one or two moments you want to point out. I know you could go down the whole list of every single one. But, if there's one or two moments or highlights, I know right behind us,
behind us. We have the incredible Seun Kuti, son of Fela Kuti. And that was when I got to see him perform at the Africa Shrine, which is a remake of the original Africa Shrine that got burned down, I want to say 25 years ago, something around there. It was 1,000 naira, which was equivalent to like $1 to go see. And it was one of the most Black experiences I have ever had in my life. The only other race that was in there, or in Nigeria at any other point, the only other race that was in there were a couple people that I went with. And like, I love every race. I don't, you know what I'm saying? But being there and seeing everybody just truly embrace just us, like seeing them and truly embrace us and like our music and like where everything comes from and like all of that shit. Like it just nothing. I did that was one of the only times in my life where I really was like, damn, I'm like, I feel like I'm what niggas be like, I'm high on life. Like I was sitting there, bro. I had a bottle in my pocket that I was like, oh, I'm about to just get a little lit. Had a little bottle of some whiskey, and I was like, cool, I'm about to get lit. Have a good time at the. Didn't even touch it the whole time. Didn't touch it. All I did was smoke like 3 blunts because I was just in there just staring, bro. Like I was just like, bro, where am I? So like that one, that place, that story, the dancers, him. His music, what he talks about, it's all just about, empowering Black people and how amazing we are and like you just all types of shit. So that one, that's the one right there.
Yeah, and you mentioned it, but I know how much I love live music, and it's a difference, right? We listen to everything, the playlist stuff on our, in the headphones, whatever it may be, but it's even a difference between hearing a DJ and like a live band, right? So how did it feel? Like sometimes you can feel the music, the bass or this and that, or the drums. Was it any particular, like you said you were just zoned out? Huh?
I was just zoned out, like all the music. It was like the whole band was just so on point. You could feel like, because that's what his dad talks about, and that's what he talks about, because their songs are really long. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. His dad's song was like 30 minutes long.
Right, yeah, they just keep going.
They just keep going.
And 30-minute song.
30-minute song, bro.
Yeah, they'll keep going,
And his songs are like 10 minutes long. And, like the reason that their songs are so long is because they're just playing what they feel. So it's like when you're there and it's live and they're just playing what they feel, and on top of that, it's just top tier music. Like,
you think like So when you hearing Dad on the keyboards and he playing the keyboard for 3 hours, was it kind of like reminiscent of that?
Yes.
I mean, the way you described it.
I already knew as soon as you took the mic, I knew you was about to be like, so you talking about Dad? Huh? I already knew. Yeah, exactly. Because like we grew up in like super musical household.
Oh, that's dope.
Like,
I didn't know.
Super musical.
Okay.
Every night we're going to sleep to a keyboard
Oh, that's amazing.
or our cousins in the basement rapping or our cousins singing, the drums, a bass, a guitar, like till what, 2, 3 in the morning, bro. Like we just like, all right, cool. We sleep or we like trying to sneak downstairs because you know they smoking and shit. They don't want us down there.
Right.
We trying to sneak down there because we smell them. We like, what is that? And we hear them playing music. We trying to sneak down like, damn, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And it'd be like 1 a.m. We like, oh, let's practice skateboarding.
Yeah, you know that's it. They'd be like, what y'all doing down here? We was just about to come skate or we was about to. They're like, go upstairs. 1 in the morning. So like, it is definitely like reminiscent of that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I'm like, damn, this is like where we got that from.
Yeah. It's
You know what
more
I'm saying?
full circle with the title. Welcome home.
Right.
It really
That's what I'm
in
saying.
every
Like, bro,
way,
all of that is like
part of it. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like there's so much I could go on to like
On
being
and on.
home. Like when I went there, like these dudes, not just they look like my brother because they black. Like you know, I literally would see niggas that look like me.
You're right.
That like actually look like me or look like you or
Yeah.
look like my actual brother, and they're just darker or something. And I'm like, man, I'm just like, bro.
Wait a
like,
minute. Yeah. You're like, wait a minute.
What is this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
Well, what about I don't know about y'all, but I like to eat. Well, what about the food, man? You know, in any particular like dish jump out?
I mean,
I didn't see any pictures of food. You was too busy eating. You ain't take no pictures.
Exactly. I mean, the first 2 days there was this one, I forgot what it's called, and I'm so annoyed. It's like not fufu, but it's like fufu, that shit that niggas be eating with their hands.
Yeah.
There's like 2 or 3 different versions of it. Like the days that I went, I think the first 2 days or 3 days.
Was it Jollof or no?
No, that shit, jollof
It's
rice.
crazy,
That
huh?
shit.
Yeah, it's legendary.
That's what I was eating.
Yeah.
But like the other shit I wanted to eat, but I was like, I had the malaria. I was on the malaria pills for the first couple of days, and I couldn't. That was fucking me up. I stopped taking them, and I just was like, I just
think about stuff like that.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
like,
that's
I
all
could
part of
not
traveling
eat,
now too.
bro.
You
Like,
know?
it was crazy, but the food, all their spices were amazing. Like they did have weird shit niggas was eating. Well, I mean, weird to me because I just be like, I be eating chicken. But the jollof rice was fire. They had a whole bunch of street meat, which their street meat is like ram sometimes and like shit like that. Sometimes it'll be shit that's more simple. Yeah, like we went to this market. We went to Lekki Market, and which is this amazing market that has all of this beautiful, beautiful handmade like Nigerian shit, like and shit from everywhere, like Ghana, South Africa, like all type of shit. But yeah, they had some ram meat there, just like you just had it in some little brown paper bags. Hey, let me get some of that. All right, bet. Throw that shit
on the grill, huh?
Either on the grill or it'll just be like he made it earlier and he's just walking around with it. It's already cooked and
already done.
He just cut it up and that's it.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry. Maybe I should get some ram later on. I don't know. We can find that around here though. Yeah. But I guess I'm looking at all the shots for the most part. Any particular camera you were shooting with? Any like I know you shoot with a bunch of cameras. And I'm more personally, I'm like, however you capture the image in the moment is really what counts.
Yes.
But when you do want to blow stuff up or a different quality you want, anything you've leaned towards that you tend to gravitate towards?
Yeah. I mean, always a very nice, reliable point and shoot is cool.
Okay.
Like on my point and shoot ones, like a couple of actually the one that I was talking about, this one, the Sheon Kuti one, and this one of Kim Kim, who is an amazing DJ, and she is, her family is also amazing musicians. The Lejadu sisters, I believe is how you say it. These were shot on a point and shoot. Like those two were. Nice. They came out really good quality for a point and shoot.
Yeah, they did.
But for the most part, I shoot when I'm trying to blow stuff up. When I'm thinking about blowing stuff up, or when I think stuff really looks like a movie, I'm shooting with my medium format, the 645, the Mamiya 645.
Okay.
Yeah, I just shoot with that one a lot because it just, I don't know, I can just it has the manual focus, obviously. So then you can like, you know, pick your crispiness or your soft focus or your, you know, like whatever you want to do. Like you can just pick that yourself, and like you can change all of your, you know, your apertures, and you know, it's a manual camera, you know, with a little meter. So yeah, I shoot with that one a lot. Really like the 645. Mamiya 645 is like fire, and it's pretty small-ish for. Oh, it's right here.
You got it on you.
Yeah.
Keep that thing on you.
Yeah, always. Like for a medium format, it's pretty small. Like, and that's with the fucking.
Yeah.
That's with the.
Weapon of choice.
Yeah, it is for surely the weapon of choice. I dropped it. You see the little battle scar.
Oh yeah, a little dent.
Yeah,
it happens.
But it's cool. And this is with the light meter on, like, so it's even smaller than this. If I take it off real quick, hold on. You know, so it's like it's really not heavy at all or that big, and it's like then you can look down. You know, all Instagram, TikTok-y, trendy and shit. Niggas is like, ooh, that's pretty. But like, I mean, it is cool though. But yeah, this is for surely my weapon of choice. Like,
nice.
It's very crispy, very reliable, easy to use. Somebody give me another one, Mamiya. I don't know where you're at, but somebody give me one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, any camera, anything you're looking forward to shooting with or trying that you maybe haven't yet?
Yeah,
when you just had in your hand.
Oh yeah,
so the homies
that one was crazy. Yeah, they brought the Hasselblad with the digital back and the that the H2. Yeah, the Hasselblad H2 is crazy. But I do want. I mean, it's really trendy, the Contax T2, but.
Oh, so we right by the train. It runs by, it gets a little loud, but
it's good though.
We should be good. Yeah.
All right, bet. Yeah. So I mean, the Contax T2, it's a pretty trendy camera, so it's like super expensive for whatever reason. I mean, it's a very good camera if you get one that you know functions properly and all of that. It's really good, but the one that I really want would be the Contax G2.
Okay.
Because it's a little bit more. The autofocus is fire on that one because it's still like a point and shoot.
Okay.
But it is what is it? It's like a point and shoot. I mean, it is a point and shoot, but you can just set your settings. Okay. Like you can set your. I think you can set your aperture or just your shutter speed. One of them you can set. I think the T2 you can set your shutter speed, and I think the G2 you can set your aperture and your shutter speed, and you can get a flash and put on top of it, and like that one's fire. My roommate Justin Ching, amazing photographer, he has it. Yeah. Please, Justin, I know you're gonna buy like 6 more. Just give me that one, or I'll buy it from you because I know it's good condition. Yeah. But that camera I really do want to shoot with, and what's the other one?
Oh, Arsenal.
Yeah, I need an Arsenal. But that one of the medium format point and shoots that I was showing you, one of the Mamiyas or the Fuji one that shoots vertical. You know, some shit like that. And like I really do want to shoot. I don't know anything about them or what they're called, but like the like big ass instant film ones, like whatever shit like that. Like they're super old school, like.
Yeah, like in the studio for the most part.
Yeah, or some niggas be outside and then they
put
the over there. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm trying to do that. Yeah. Or do make something weird because like this one dude turned his U-Haul into a photo. He converted his U-Haul into a camera.
Oh shit! I ain't know. Yeah, I ain't seen that.
This nigga put a lens on the back of his door and made his U-Haul into a camera.
Wow.
And the photos are sick.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's crazy. Okay. So, something like that.
So be on the lookout for that. You rolling through
with a U-Haul or a big UPS truck or something.
Yeah, turn it into a camera.
Swear to God, bro.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah, I'll show y'all.
All right.
But yeah.
Cool. Well, I know we had an amazing opening. You know,
crazy.
Yeah, it was a lot of love, a lot of friends, family, homies came out. Just a good time, good vibes, good energy.
It was great energy the entire time.
Yeah. So the show is still up for another couple of weeks. And then the closing is coming up, I think, on the 14th? I think so the second Friday of the month.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're in June now. So, you know, if anybody wants to see the show, they can reach out to the gallery, you know, reach out here, any one of us. And in the meantime, you know, schedule an appointment to come through, come hang out.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you don't do that, come to the closing and check everything out. We're still cooking up some special stuff, some fun stuff for the closing.
Yeah. There should be some, a couple extra things that weren't here during the first showing that will be here available for purchase and just to look at.
Yeah, just check out.
You know, bunch of stuff.
And just really quick, I just kind of wanted to talk about, because I know we're talking about photography a lot. What do you think, like, how important do you think it is, like, from transitioning to skateboarding? You know what I'm saying? From skateboarding to photography. Like, how could that be impactful to other people just with their hobbies and things like that? Could that be like an inspiration to people? I think it's fire. Like, just me seeing your transition from skateboarding
one thing to another.
Yeah. I think that was just crazy because we're talking about photography now, but a lot of people know you from skateboarding. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Killing it there, and now you killing it here.
So, wait, what was the actual question?
The actual question is, like, do you look at this as inspiring to anyone?
And
yes.
I want to add to that because that's a great question. You know, I think it's inspiring, but, you know, I'd love to hear what you think. But then what do you take that allowed you to get really, really, really good at skateboarding? What do you bring from that over?
Okay, so I got you. As for the inspiring part, I mean, I just, you know, I just want to do anything that I like to do. So, like, whatever it is. But me seeing other people do stuff that they want to do that's not in their so-called lane that people, you know, whatever, normally see them in. Like, I've seen people go from one thing to another and it works out for them. And, you know, it's cool because you don't got to put yourself in that box because everybody always does. So I've definitely seen a lot of people do that. So I've kind of like looked at that, and I feel I've kind of looked at that to help me be like, man, fuck it, I'm gonna just do it. And so I feel like if anybody is like wanting to do anything, like I would say, you know, just literally, bro, like just how you started doing your other shit, just how you started doing your other shit, just how you started doing, like for me, just how I started doing my skateboarding, just, and how you just started and how you were bad or whatever you want to say it is, you know what I'm saying? Like when you were bad at it, just, you know, go with that same mindset. Like when I first shot photos, don't get discouraged because you are good at one thing and not as good at the other thing or whatever you want to say. I hate saying good and bad, but you know what I'm saying? That's a very relatable term. Like if you're not as good as you are in fucking basketball as you are in football, but you're like, I really want to play basketball too or whatever, like, bro, just start it, you know. I don't know. If you're looking at me as inspiration, cool, thanks. But like, I don't know. Just don't be afraid to be bad at something and just like, you know, go and do your shit. And then what did you say?
I was saying, what did
I take?
Yeah, that allowed you to kind of
my different perspective. I think because as a skateboarder, you look at shit differently. Like you look at a stair as a spot when other niggas are like, what are you talking about? They're like, what do you mean you want to skate that ledge? What are you gonna do on it? I'm like, what do you mean? If you look like it's just like this, so you just look at things differently. And then also you have skate videos that you watch, and then you see somebody film something from like you see somebody shoot like a long lens shot from far back, and you see somebody like doing a trick, and you're like, man, that looks cool. You know, somebody throws some B-roll of a Super 8 in there, and you're like, damn, that looks cool. So it's like, you know, I just feel like you take the different perspective that you get as being a skateboarder, and I took that and just ran with it in my photography. Like I'm like, oh, like, yeah, that looks cool from right here, but like, what if you like move over right there, right? So you can get the whole thing, and you can get his trick, and you can get their fucking da-da-da-da-da, and you can get her hair flowing in the wind at the same time if you shoot it from here instead of right here.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know, so like, just things like that, really. I feel like I didn't really answer the first question right, but
I feel like you
nah,
bet.
you covered it. You covered it.
Bet.
I hit you with the second one so fast though. You was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Hey, DeAndre, you good over there, bro? All right, gang.
You're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really happy that the show is up. You know, thrilled about having your art in here.
Thank you,
brother. I get
we got the same birthday, y'all.
Oh, word, yeah, that's crazy too. That's
we
crazy
got the same birthday,
hey, that's
y'all.
crazy. Like you can't make stuff like that up.
That was so crazy.
I was like, what? Yeah, I was like what?
Oh,
yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, it's
Very,
coming up.
very
Yeah,
happy to show it.
it's Gemini season, all that.
Exactly.
You know, summertime. You know. But yeah, so it's been fun having the show here, having you hanging out, everybody around.
Yeah.
Definitely looking forward to seeing what's coming up next. I already know you're gonna keep killing it, so I'm just excited to see the journey.
Hey, you too, man.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. You know, I think we covered a lot of good ground.
Yeah.
And just really want everybody to check out all your art. Just keep following and supporting photography and whatever other endeavors. Like you said, if you want to switch it up,
right?
You know, we're gonna be there with you when you switch it up again.
Exactly.
All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in, checking us out.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
And what am I about to shout out real quick?
Yeah. Take your time.
Swung his body. And the nigga swung his body. Swear to God.
Hey, that's where we was going though.
Swear to God.
Y'all gonna have it stuck in my head for real, man.
Forever for the rest of the week. Shout out to Cecilia, Ijura, and all of the Edojas. Y'all are my family, and I know that Cecilia had something to do with me going to Nigeria. For those of you that don't know, Cecilia was a very special person in my life, and she passed away a couple years ago. Shout out to her. She was too good for this world, all that shit, whatever. But crazy that Nigeria, they are all Nigerian. For those of you that don't know those last names, they are a Nigerian family, and she was my girlfriend for like 8 years. And yeah, I just know that she had something to do with me going to Nigeria, and super crazy. So shout out to y'all. Love you.
All right.
That's it.
Wow.